Hello everybody and welcome back to Book Reviews with Alice. Today we are going to be talking about Premonition by Wendy Whitman. And I put the 3.5 stars here, but honestly I'm kind of torn between whether it's a 3.5 or a 4. So we're going to leave it as a 3.5 and we're going to talk about it. So Premonition by Wendy Whitman is a thriller book. So it's not my usual fantasy, but I do read other books. I don't just read fantasy. But what I liked about this book is that I'm the kind of person who I've read enough books that I can really predict the ending of a book. Most thrillers I read, I already know who's done it before the halfway mark. And like 8 out of 9 times I'm right. That's why my husband doesn't like watching movies with me anymore, because he's watching it. He's like, oh, it's that guy. No, it's that guy. And I'm like, them. They did it. And he's like, no. And then at the end they did it. And he's mad at me for giving it away at the beginning. So he doesn't watch movies with me anymore. Or I just don't say anything during the movies. But then he doesn't know I was right, which makes me sad. But anyway, Premonition was a thriller, and I have to say it has surprised me more than all the other thrillers that I've read this year together, which is a really big thing for it. Yay, that's a fantastic thing for it. So bravo, Wendy. I was not expecting that end, and I was super excited by it. There were a couple of little details in it, or little personal preference things that I wasn't as thrilled about, or that I didn't really enjoy as much. Specifically, I'm not a super picky detail type person, and there was a lot of description of like food in this book. So every time they had a meal, we knew everything that everybody at the table ate, which was a little more than I needed to know. Honestly, there was so much food description. I can't remember the name of the main character's twin sister, but I remember that she's a vegetarian. So that just tells you how much detail they had in the food, that I can't remember an important character's like name, but I can tell you that the main character is a vegetarian because it was brought up a lot. Which, I mean, I understand it's a great place to have people talking, but I'd rather they be walking to the restaurant and then leaving from the restaurant. But again, that's a personal preference of mine. The other thing that I really liked about this book is it had a different spin. The point of view from our main character in this book is that she is actually a crime reporter. So instead of most thrillers, we get it are from either someone related to the victim point of view, or we get it from the detective. And in this case, it was actually a crime reporter, which was really cool because they know a lot of historical facts about crimes. They see patterns that other normal people wouldn't see, but not to the extent or the same type of things that a detective looks for. So I enjoyed it because that was very different from a point of view that you're typically used to having in a thriller book. So if you want a thriller book that has a different point of view from what you're typically used to, this one. Also, LGBTQ representation here. The main character is a lesbian or bisexual, which was great because we need to see more of that in books. So if you were trying to read more of those, this is one of them. So pick it up. But yeah, so again, I think it was Wendy's debut. It was a lot of fun. I really like that it was a different type thriller. And as I said, it surprised me, which is super duper rare. So even though there were some things like a little bit too much detail on food that drove me a little bit crazy, that's okay. We're all individuals and we all have different tastes and things. So if you're looking for a different kind of thriller with a very cool POV, check this one out because I really enjoyed it and I think Wendy did a really great job. And I think, yeah, Wendy was a crime reporter, so she really knows how to write that kind of world as well. So check it out and yeah, thanks for stopping by and have a lovely day, you guys. Happy reading.